I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. 4 a.m. at a diner, stop singing, living on a
And doggone it, people like me.
I'm thinking maybe you're a Jersey girl with all those highlights in your hair. No other girl can move like you. We pump our fists, damn right, it's true. And I don't care what they might say, they'll never get us anyway. So be my Jersey girl, and take a little ride with me tonight. And let's get dirty, girl. I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. The way you turn it up, turn me on, and then you take it off. Make it hot, make it loud, we'll wake the whole town. Jersey girl, I know that you're a Jersey girl inside.
Yeah, listen up. Let me tell you about a girl from Jersey. She was looking so fine with her hips so curvy. I want her over down to Seaside Heights and a boardwalk fight at the end of the night. Hey, hold up, got a situation, got condensation from the girl's gyration. She's hot like the girl next door with a tig gold bitties that I can't ignore.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
I'd be a boss, you'd be my muse.
I did just sit down, and I also have no voice, so good luck today. Good morning to everybody out there. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful time. This is Shelly, your mouthy mama at Talking Trash and Truths, and you found us at Coffee and Chaos with T3. That's me. I got the coffee. I definitely got the chaos. So today is Be Extra. It is the only way to live. And I already had questions about that because people don't understand what I say, what I mean when I say be extra. In my life, I've met a lot of extraordinary people, But I found that when you tell them they're extraordinary, they trip. Because I think the pressure of being told you're extraordinary, meaning you're outside of ordinary, which means you're better. You're not superior. We expect more of you. The world will expect more of you. It's too much pressure. It is. So I stopped saying to somebody, I think you're extraordinary, or I think you should go out there and just be extraordinary. Just knock them dead. I mean it as a pep thing. They take it as, oh my God, I go out there and perform at my best. And if I don't, I'm going to disappoint everybody. Oh my God. And the anxiety would go up. So I just started to say, hey, when you're out there, be extra. I love extra. And it tends to, it makes them laugh and then they relax and they're actually even extra when they're out there. Good morning, lady. Awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. Grand Rising. I know I'm just saying words because the brain's not really working today. I got a couple of hours sleep. I'm in a lot of pain today. A lot of pain. And my voice is shot. Isn't that great? And I don't know why. Maybe because I was yelling at the kids. Maybe I was yelling and talking too much on streams. I don't know. But my voice is shot. So, and I've been up since 4. So it should have warmed up by now, but it hasn't. She's got her coffee and her smokes. Me too. I've got everything right here. I could fall asleep sitting here. I just have to close my eyes and it won't right out. So there's a couple things I wanted to touch on. One, this Sunday, when I usually do the watch party Sundays, old school watch party Sundays with Winning Reality, we will not be going live at 8 o'clock as usual. We will actually be going live at 5:30 in the afternoon Eastern to discuss Big Pharma. Now, because it's Big Pharma, more than likely we will get a warning from YouTube and have to head over to Rumble, which is fine. I love Rumble. You say what you want, you do what you want, and that's it. They don't really, mess with you too bad. But a lot of people aren't subscribed or following on Rumble. So this is giving you plenty of opportunity to get over to Rumble, create yourself an account, and look up Winning Reality. You can look up me if you want. I don't really do much on Rumble, but look up Winning Reality and Gary Lamb, and please follow them both. Following is absolutely free, and you will get little notifications, hopefully, if you set it up that way, when they're going live. Now, again, we will be going live on Big Pharma at 5:30 Eastern in the afternoon on Sunday. Now, next Wednesday, I have quite the surprise, which Lady Awesome knows about because she was there for it. In case those out there don't know, I do a daily kind of opinion hour with Gary Lamb from the Gary Lamb Network on his channel. I stream it to mine as well, but we're situated on his channel, and he's gracious enough to let me stream to mine as well. And every day he picks a topic, and every day he throws a question at me, and we're off and running. Now, does the whole hour get dedicated to that? No. Sometimes it does. Sometimes we have to do 2 hours because there's so much to cover, but we're not about the facts at that point. It's called lunch bites. We're just taking big issues and breaking them into bite-sized pieces. So we might only touch on one thing. We might touch on 10 of them. We might touch on half of it and then spend the rest of the hour talking about how frustrated we are with taxes or whatever. You never know. Good day, nerd. I'm sorry. My brain is literally reverting to default mode. Good day, Outpost. How are you? How you doing, nerd? So that's what's up for this Sunday. Again, we're moving from 8 to 5:30 because, football. Listen, we have our priorities straight over here. He wants his football game. I want the football game. So the football game must happen. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen until really late that night. Very strange scheduling for them. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll go early. We'll probably wind up on Rumble. If you don't have a Rumble account and you wish to take part in this discussion about Big Pharma, take a look at the old school doc and see what's changed, what's the same, and just how far down that rabbit hole, that slippery slope we've gone. So that's that. Then next Wednesday at 12. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Next Wednesday, I got that all wrong. Next Wednesday at 8:00 on this show, Coffee and Chaos, I will be joined by Gary Lamb to discuss trust issues. Oh, yes. Gary has many, many, many trust issues. I have many, many, many trust issues. And if you ever want an example of how to be extra, just watch us talk to one another. Lord, it's just... There's not a whole lot we can't talk about, and not a whole lot we're not willing to push each other on. It aggravates some of his audience, I think, to see me up there just arguing with him, but I don't care. We want all opinions out there. And for the most part, Gary and I, we agree on most things. It's just, he's a man. He's got a different perspective. And some things we really bump heads, and it's fun because, see, when you're an adult, you can have a conversation and you can give criticism and you can have different opinions and not use it against somebody later. You can do that and not have it devolve into just name calling or whatever, as I've seen in the past so many times. So it's a really good time. I really wish you guys would drop by. It'll be here again, Wednesday morning, 8:00, Gary Lamb, and we will be discussing trust issues. And as I put in next week's title, we will be discussing trust between Gary and I. We have more issues than Rolling Stone. Good morning. Oh, I can't with that word. Probably because I feel grief. That's probably why that word keeps push it in there, lady, because I'm grieving so much more than I thought I would. Rabbit, good day. Just stopped in to hit the like. Real life is interfering. Well, you take care of that real life, and we'll try to keep the chaos down over here until you come back. But thank you so much, Rabbit, for stopping in. You're always in my thoughts and prayers. Love you, lady. Enjoy your time. I know it's going to be hard, but make the most of it. Every smile counts now. So that's all you should have. Just save the tears. Love you. Wicked Wookie. Now, see, I know that word Wookie because Chewy is like one of my favorites, but for some reason today my brain ain't working. Gotta go. See you later. All right, Rabbit. You have a good day. You have a good weekend. Okay. You enjoy yourself. Wicked Wookie. That's so funny. I'm sorry, I zoned out for like a half a second. I was just thinking about Rabbit. It happens a lot. I could talk about another perfect example of extra being the president. Did anybody see his address last night? I mean, as addresses go for him, it wasn't bad. But if you look over his body of work, oh my God, he's so extra. It's just so extra. You don't even have to say extra at what. You just look at him and go, this dude is extra. And everybody who knows me knows what that means. At least everybody in real life, because that was something I used to use a lot in my job. You know, at school, you're not allowed to say certain things. You're not allowed to say, oh, you need to smile bigger, because they take it as a criticism, whatever. So I just learned to say, be extra. And they just throw a little extra oomph into pictures, or, you know, a little extra, you know, swagger when they're walking down the hallway. Like, yep, I got this. Like, most of them say extra means a little bit more confident, a little bit more extroverted, a little bit more out there. And I remember I was making a birthday wall because I was very into pictures one year. And I was taking tons of pictures of all the staff. And I had teachers hiding in plants. I had teachers running down the hallway with a kite so that I could take like the video and get the perfect still. Because I wanted, for Parents' Night, I wanted these parents to know that these teachers are humans. They're human. They're like you and me and everything. They are human. They will mess up, but they're fun and they're here for your kids. And that's what mattered. So I covered just the kindergarten, of which we had 10 at the time. A lot of kids in that school. And that's just the one school. We had 4 schools that had kindergartens in them, that like the bigger schools. There were little charter schools and stuff here and there, but I don't count them. I'm just talking public school. So at the time we had 4 schools with kindergartens, and in my school we had 10 kindergartens. So you can imagine what putting on a production was like. So even for back to school night, we had all these parents coming in, and I had talked to Marty, the principal, and I was like, I have an idea. I just need 2 days to pull it all together and get you all to, you know, sign on and do what I need you to do. Can I tell the teachers to do what I need them to do? He was like, what is it for? I said, it's for the back to school night. I said, when parents come in, I want them to find the teacher on the board and see how, you know, they have their own individual personalities. And he was like, oh, do I have to do it? Yes, you have to do it. Yeah. He was like, fine. I said, I'm also making a birthday wall, so be prepared. And he was like, shall, nah, la, 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 la. So I got the okay, and I went and I told all the teachers, you know, what I wanted them to do. And the first one was like, So I was like, skip you. I went back to my classroom to the teacher that I worked with. And I said, Jay, I need you to be as extra as possible for these pictures. And she was like, okay. And she's climbing through sand in the sandbox. She's running from one end of the classroom to another, just holding a little kite, singing a song. She did everything I asked of her. It could not have gone better. And it drew a lot of attention from the other teachers. So they were like, I want to try it. I was like, fine. So I knew they were going to, because I mean, monkey see, monkey do. So I had them doing all these things, and I tried to gear them toward their personalities as I knew them. We had one teacher that was a foodie critic on Instagram, very big following. Nobody knew that but me. So I was like, you know what? It's advertising for you. It's really fun. Let's do it. She went, she got a whole bunch of food and she put it all on her desk, and she was just like ready to eat and looking happy as could be. And that was one of the best pictures I took. There was another one. There was one teacher fascinated with dinosaurs. So she took her sandbox for her kids and filled it with dinosaurs. And her and the kids were around it with little paintbrushes excavating these like archaeological sites. It was so cute. And I had one who was very into nature. She was hiding in this big potted plant that she had brought to her classroom. So, I mean, we had a lot of fun. But Marty, for the birthday wall, I had them stand in front of the prettiest color wall we had. It was like this azure blue, and well, like a cobalt. Like, well, it was between Doctor Who TARDIS and cobalt, and it was just this beautiful, beautiful wall. And they all looked amazing standing in front of it. It was good for their coloring, their eyes, everything popped. So I would hand them a little card with a number written on it. And the number was the date that they were born. It was the day of that month. I just didn't put the month. So, because I didn't want to make like 112 of these. I made 1 through 31. I was like, I'm covered. That was it. And Marty got up there and I handed him his. He goes, what the fuck is this? I said, just do me a favor. I said, it's for the birthday wall. Just put that in front of you and smile. So he did it. And I took like 6 pictures. And I was like, Mark, like, what are you doing? Shimmy, come on. And he was like, why do you call me Shimmy? I said, because you're retarded. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, I need a big smile. So he's like, "Arr," and he looked like he was pushing one out. I was like, bro, you look constipated. Stop. Because I don't understand, Shelly. What do you want from me? I said, just be extra. And he was like, fine. And he put it in front of him, and he this big smile. And I took the picture, and oh my God, the parents loved it. Because he was just like, you could see all his teeth. I was like, Jesus. I said, your face is so wide open, I could see your mind. Like, what is going on in this picture? He said, but I like it. I was like, yeah, I like it too. I was like, it's very you. He was like, it's just, extra me. I was like, yes, it's extra you. I was like, I can't deal with what we got. I'm going to have extra you. Get the fuck out of here. But I did that for all the teachers. And it's amazing what people interpret as extra. Like, I had one teacher that climbed on top of the shoulders of another teacher just so she could hold the picture, like hold the paper, and I could take her picture like that. And I had another one who, I don't know why he insisted on balancing on basketballs while he did it. And it was just like, okay. And the pictures came out so funny, especially the ones when he fell. Oh God. Because you have him standing there. He's just like all happy. And then, because I just kept clicking because I was like, something's going to happen. And I held the shutter down, and you saw it in slow motion as his face recognized when he lost control of standing on the basketballs. And the progression was hilarious. And he went down so hard. And when he landed, he was like, I blame you. I said, sorry, but I didn't invent stupidity or gravity, and they both got you. And he was just like, you're such a bitch. But he was laughing the whole time. That's the thing. I am extra. I am extra bitch. That's what I am. I am extra bitch, but not in the way most people would think. I don't see bitch as a bad thing. I don't. I'm very much in control of my own life as much as I can be. I do what I can in my life, for me and for other people. I don't let people stand in my way. I never have, and I never will. That doesn't mean I make the best decisions to get where I need to be, but I refuse to let somebody else make me quit something. I don't care how hard it gets. I don't care how many views I don't get. If I go, viral, if I stay obscure, I don't care. I know there are people out there who hear me and actually hear the words. They hear the emotion. They process it and they're better for it. That's what I care about. Because there have been times I had nobody. I had nothing, and all I wanted to do was give up. And there were a couple times I did. And that's just, it's not the way. It's really not. I mean, I'm sitting here today, I'm laughing with you guys in the back of my head. I'm like, just, you know what it would take? There's that little devil voice that just won't go away. You know, it's just, you're not happy. You're not happy. Yeah, but I'm not happy this minute. In the next 5 minutes, I could be deliriously happy. So why would I give away that opportunity? Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm here for the good and the bad. You know, and I have to get into the mindset where that little devil voice gets smaller and smaller and smaller till I snuff it out. You know, and I've worked really hard, especially the last month, to get where I'm at. I'm proud of me. I'm extra proud of me. But with being extra proud comes the other extra stuff. People don't always interpret extra as a good thing. Like, you know, the POTUS. He's extra. He's extra annoying. He's extra infuriating. And he's extra confusing because the man can't string together a sentence. It just kills me. I know these fuckers write speeches for him. Stick to the script, my dude. Stick to the script. I don't follow when you see me squirrel off all the friggin' time. I can do that. I'm nobody. I'm literally nobody. You're the goddamn president. When you squirrel off, we worry. And you were extra squirrely the last couple months, just saying. Like with your butt chin and the whole kit and caboodle. Like I don't trust our POTUS at all. But I don't trust our government. So there you go. I used to. God, I was extra stupid is what I was. I just didn't have the time or the inclination to look into anything back then. I didn't care. Hey, Wes. So Wicked Wookie is Wes. Hey, Wes. Welcome to Coffee and Chaos. Wicked Wookie said, no, but my goodness, the news went nuts over it. Also, why lie about baby? Yeah. For sensationalism. Yeah, absolutely. You can't believe anything you hear anymore. You really can't. Lady Awesome said my girls were always so drama filled. I asked why y'all got to be so extra. I may be using it wrong. No, you're totally using it right. Caitlin said, Mama, hi baby, what's up? As you can hear, my voice sucks. So, that's right. Yesterday I tried to yell and nothing came out. I think my children secretly went into their rooms and were like, ha, 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 because I was just on a tear yesterday. Listen, just being unmenopaused, the unpause of my menopause is kicking my ass. All right. So it's day 2 of PMS. Here we go. Because yesterday was anger and nothing but tears. A lot of physical pain, but nothing but tears. I just cried and cried and cried all goddamn day long. And to the point where like 2 of my friends got into one another and they were fine. They weren't even like being bad about anything. It's just the tension. I couldn't take it. It was breaking me. And I was like, no, I gotta go. I gotta remove myself from this situation because I was getting so stressed out that I could feel my knees swelling up. And now today I can barely move my legs. It's that bad. Stress is a really shitty thing when you have my condition. Anyway. Yeah, that was a whole thing. So that extra can be not great, you know? However, I did make a list to show the different things where I'm extra because Lass likes to have, you know, everything laid out, but she likes me to manifest only the positive. Unfortunately, I'm not a positive person. I'm positive I'm a fuck up. I'm positive that I will eventually burn down everything in my life in a blaze of goddamn glory. because, yeah, I don't get good things. What my mother used to say, joking around, we always say now, oh, I just can't have nice things, or I can't take you anywhere. No, she meant them when she said them. She did. Wally. Will Raleigh Sport Raleigh. Hi, Shelly. Hi, chat. How you doing, honey? What's kicking over in the UK? It's a little, well, I guess it's a decent time for you, right? A lady said, how the hell are we on the same cycle? I know what girls physically hang out, their cycles sync up. I don't know, but you're now the third person today who said, oh my God, you too? And I was like, no, we can't do this because if we all wind up cycling together, the internet is fucked. Like really. Every single person in our orbit is going to be like, yo, bitches hang out together. We're going to sleep for like 4 or 5 days. Like just all of you go together. Cause I'm a lot to take. And that's my main thing when I say I'm extra. If somebody says you're so extra, I'm like, I really am. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Because I'm a lot. I'm a lot to deal with. I'm a lot of emotion. I'm a lot of questioning, and I need to talk. I can't be silent. I can't. I can do it in little bits and pieces. But when it comes to talking things out, I would rather rip that fucking wound open and just with a cheese grater, I'll go at that son of a bitch until it's just gone, until it's nothing. I don't care how much it hurts. You just have to be able to promise that at the end of it, nobody's walking away. I don't need drama. I need resolutions. If I got to deal with the drama until we get there, then so be it. I will wade through hell to solve the problems between me and the people that I care about. But I got to know. I am not a let's wait and see type person. That drives me right over the deep end. I need to talk. I need to talk it out. I need to hear the words and hear the plan and have that reaffirmation, because if I don't, I will make shit up in my head. Catastrophic thinking. That's where I go. Do you know I can't argue with somebody over the slightest little thing without my brain telling me that, well, that's it. You fucked up. They're gone. How fucked up is that? That I think, sorry guys, that I think anything that you find negative is a deal breaker. And that's every single person I meet. I meet people, they have a problem, and I'm like, oh, that's me. I gotta go. Let me just remove myself. This way you don't have to deal with it. I did it yesterday to Gary. He got a comment and they didn't like something that was said on the stream between me and him. And they didn't like that we didn't stick to the topic, which was like, okay, it's an opinion hour. And there's only so much you could talk about one little thing. So did you want us to just sit there in silence for an hour? Because that wasn't going to happen, especially not with me and Gary. And he showed me the comment, not thinking that I was going to take it personally. But I didn't take it personally per se. I looked at it and said, they're giving him shit because of the show that I just guested on. Probably because I squirrel too much. And I really shouldn't be doing this. And my mind went to, I squirreled too much. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm no good at this. I should quit. I should throw in the towel. Why am I doing this? Why am I making friends with people when I don't make their lives better? I can't fix anything. I feel like I can't help anybody. And I just feel ineffectual and pointless. I feel pointless. And so I told him, I apologized. I said, I'm so sorry that I squirreled so many times and I derailed our conversation. And, you know, my chat is used to that, but this is your channel, your chat. Maybe it would be, you know, in your best interest to just have different guests on, because I didn't want him to get any negative feedback because of me. I've done the same thing to Winning. He tells me I'm, you know, like deetity, but Gary was like, I don't think that was about you at all. I said it had to have been. I was like, because they didn't say it about any of your other streams, just the one with me on it. Because I've been convinced by a bunch of fucktards that anything I have to say is worthless. Because, you know, apparently I'm bad for channels or whatever. It's like, okay, I've already accepted the fact that I don't go on panels. That's fine. I have my own goddamn channel. I'll stay on my own fucking panel. It's fine. It's fine. But don't pretend, you know, like everything's coochie crunch when it's not. If you're nervous about me, I get it. I don't hold it against you. But don't pretend like you're not. You know, address the situation. This is where I know where I stand. I don't like being where I'm not needed or not welcomed, or where somebody thinks one thing but then portrays something else. I just don't like it. And I'll admit, the last like 2 weeks, I have definitely withdrawn a lot from YouTube, from chats, from whatever, because I don't see the point. I go in, I do the things for them that I can. I drop a like, I share, I'll drop a membership, a gift membership, and then I'm out. I don't hang around. I don't participate. I don't even lurk anymore. I used to enjoy lurking, you know, just because they amuse me. If you sit and you watch chat for most of these people, it's hilarious, the conversations that they have, the camaraderie and the friendship, and it's just so light and everything. And then somebody will come in just as I'm about to jump in, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out. Because I don't want conflict. I don't. Conflict equals stress. Stress equals swollen joints. And I already can't fucking walk. I already can't fucking walk. So, you know, I have people out there just dropping shit, saying horrible things about me. Horrible. And I swore I'd never address it. And I won't directly. I won't say who said what. There are tons of people out there with opinions. I'm not singling anybody out. But there's some really nasty shit being said about me. People wish I would have died in the hospital. And in case anybody wants to go back and unclip that, I already clipped it. So there you go. It'll never see the light of day. But nobody's going to convince me that I heard wrong. That's my insurance against myself, to ever be an idiot like that again. To ever trust like I did. I will never, ever trust that many people. Ever. And you know what? Maybe that's a failing on my part. And if it is, it's fine. I'll take the blame. Everyone wants to give me the blame. I'll take it. It's fine. I don't give a fuck. Actually, it's not true. I give a huge fuck. I give a huge fuck. Because it hurts. Mission accomplished. It hurts. It all hurts. I don't know what anybody wants from me. You can't get blood from a stone. And apparently y'all think I'm made of fucking rock. So Jeez, Wally. Raleigh. I don't know why I keep calling you Wally today. My brain's not really working. There's some crazy stuff on the old YouTube. Not you, Shelly. That came out wrong. Drama. No one wants that crap going on. I bet you can. That's not very nice. My comments are getting deleted for some reason. Who's deleting your comments? Nobody's deleting your comments. I haven't seen one deleted. I can see all your comments. I couldn't look at the chat while I just couldn't. That's the problem with panels. Sometimes, most of the time, people have different opinions, different topics. So I can't be bothered. I've seen people shouting on panels. It's not a good look. No, it's not. Hey, Amelia, how are you? Raleigh said, sorry to hear that. That's awful. I don't know what that was in reference to, but that's okay. Thank you very much you're always very kind, Raleigh. Always very kind and very sweet. And full of this weird, friendly energy that I like so much. Outpost nerd. No, you shouldn't take the blame for what other people do and then being dicks. Ugh. Lady Awesome. I tend to now stick to watching panels that have less than 3 people because it gets confusing with more than one talking. And if you're just listening, it could be like, wait, what? Who's talking? Yeah, I know. I've been there. I've been in those panels where I'm just like, okay, nobody's listening at all. I'm just going to sit here. That's fine. And I don't talk. And then they're like, you didn't talk the whole show. Who could? Who could get a word in? Jesus Christ. Oh, you're talking about, I didn't, you just now said I didn't say a whole goddamn word the whole fucking show. And now you're going to say, oh, you're one to talk. Really? Really? Like, everybody wants to have their cake and eat it too. Amelia, I hope you're having a wonderful day. We already got tears on this side. So, yeah. So, okay. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. Maybe I should. I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what other people think anymore about what I say. Everybody's got advice. Everybody's, oh, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But aren't you? Everybody wants to tell me what to do. And God damn it, have you met me? I don't do what people tell me to do. And yet I have. And I listen to too many people. Worried about if I say something, then this person's not going to want me, around there, whatever. This person's not going to want to talk to me. You know what? If you don't want to talk to me, don't fucking talk to me. How about that? How about that? I existed before I met anybody, from birth on, and I will exist later. You don't make or break me. I know you'd like to, but you don't. There's very few people in my life that can make or break me. I can count them on one hand. And 2 of them are my children. What'd you say? Amelia Shelley, you're good people. I don't know what I missed, but you're appreciated. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that very much. I do. Raleigh. Thanks. Nice of you. I watch certain people. No names. The worst is when everyone talks at the same time and you have no clue what's going on. Oh my God. The last time I watched one of Nick's shows where he had, I think it was like only 6 people. I had a migraine from hell about 20 minutes in. And I texted him. I said, I love you, but I can't watch this shit show. Y'all are fucking loud. I can't understand a word anybody's saying. And at this point, I just want to turn it off, go to bed, and forget that this fucking night existed because you aggravated me. Like, I was so overstimulated in 20 minutes that I was like, I don't know how somebody sat. It was like a 7-hour show. And I was like, I don't know how somebody sat and listened to that bullshit for 7 hours. Because 20 minutes and I was ready to like peel my own skin off. Like, it was that bad. Side note, I don't understand that saying you can't have your cake and eat it too. Isn't the whole point? It's you can't eat it and then still like keep it. That's, I think, what they're supposed to say, like what they mean. I know it always came out strange to me too, but you know, it's an old adage. It's old and it's an adage, and I'm old and I'm adding age, so I figure they go together. But I'm pumped. I think the biggest the panel should be is 3 or 4, and the host needs to keep control. Absolutely, absolutely. I like the party panels when we have like a whole bunch of people on, and everybody's getting along really well. The last couple big panels that I hosted went really, really well. The people were very respectful. Everybody was just swapping stories. There was nothing to have conflict about. There was no mansplaining. There was no, bitchiness. There was no cattiness. There was no innuendos that were meant to like really be digs at people. None of that happened. We were all just happy to hang out and be together and laugh and talk about like shit like Matsuri and what we want to do and all that kind of crap. We had an amazing time, and it went on for hours and hours, and it was phenomenal. But then you get those panels where it's just like it doesn't help when you have like 1 or 2 people who are completely, let's just say, chemically altered in some way and cannot keep up. Like they're either not a part of the conversation, and I've been that person. They're not a part of the conversation, or they're having a totally different conversation in their head than the ones on panel are having. And they'll say shit and everybody just stops like, what? Like, because you can't follow. Or they're just belligerent. I've had those where the drunk person like runs everybody off, and who stays? Me. And who calmed them down? Me. But then who's the monster? Oh, me. I forgot. I always forget to put on my little monster mask. See, on Halloween, I don't even need a costume. I just adopt a persona, and I could go as a German Shepherd, a hyena, the Antichrist, whatever. Oh, no, I don't stick around for panels large enough for 4 people, and even that could be a bit much. Yeah, I like if you have like 4 people and you're going to be a discussion panel rather than like a party panel, because we do have those. I mean, and I enjoy those, like I said. If you're going to have discussion panels with way too many people, there's no point. I want to do the same show that I've been planning for like months and months and months. I have shorts going all the way back saying that this is what I want to do. And I wanted to have like a relationship panel, just something where we'd meet like maybe once a month or something, or once every 2 weeks or whatever, to discuss things that have gone on in relationships in our lives according to a topic, like a dating one, or bad dates, or, how does feminism affect your relationship with people? And then I wanted to have like a married one. This way married people could go, tell their story and, tell us how they get through the hard times and how they don't give up on one another. And that's all stuff that I have coming down the pike. But this is what I'm concentrating on first, because I think dealing with your traumas makes you better able to listen to other people and be there for other people, because your own personal burden isn't so heavy anymore. And now you bring an asset. You're an asset. You bring something to the table because you're able to carry the burdens of somebody else, because they're nothing compared to what you just got rid of. So you're like, oh, okay. Like you need help. I can do that. I can help you. Trust me, I've been through way worse than this. We got this. And you just do it. I think that's a great thing when you can work through the trauma and you find out that you're not a bad person. You've just had a lot of bad things happen to you. And that you're actually a very good person and very strong. But maybe not what everybody accepts as a good person. Like maybe you're too loud or whatever. And that's just one example, but I'm going to get to that list. Amelia Sparkle said, I've never gone up on panel though I'm talking about just being present can be crazy, let alone trying to be up there and get a word in. Oh yeah, no, believe me, I've been in the chat going, what the hell? Like, are you kidding? And I'm just typing away going, shut the fuck up. Like, what is wrong? I can't understand any of you. And, that's why people make me a mod on half their channel so I can just curse at them when they're on the panel and being stupid. Wally said, I've been invited on a couple panels, but don't really fancy it. Wouldn't know what to say. That sounds like a good topic, Shelly. Never heard of a relationship panel. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to do that for almost a year. And I just think it would be helpful because one of the places where people are so screwed up is relationships. We have replaced people with technology. And then we treat people like we would treat technology. Oh, there's bugs in this app. Time to delete it, move on to something else. Like that. You can't treat people like that. Because then when they start treating you like that, you get all shocked and shaken and, oh my God, nobody loves me. No, they love you. You're just hard to take. And you could be you could only be taken in small doses. That's usually me. And I don't deal well with criticism. Like when people tell me, I love you, but you're too much sometimes. Go find less. I tell you guys all the time. If I'm too much for you, find somewhere you're comfortable. It was only ever supposed to be a safe place where you could not feel alone. Or where you could feel not so alone. And where you could laugh and vent and cry and get into really into the thick of it and just get it all out. I didn't want anybody coming up here thinking, oh my God, I'm telling her this, she's going to use it against me. I would never. That's not my style. It could be. I certainly have the ammunition and I certainly have the bitchiness to go back on. But that's not a person I choose to be. I don't give in to that part of me anymore. I can't. It was killing me. But when you're around people who are permissive of that, it becomes normal. Nerd said, well, I got to go get ready for work. And Shelly, remember that you're doing great on here. Your channel's amazing. And you're doing really, really great topics. Thank you, Nerd. I appreciate that. I do. It means a lot coming from you. I love you, little brother. Even though you're the biggest PETA in the world. Not pedo, PETA, PITA, pain in the ass. Do me a favor. Don't be like my friend Alex and get a tattoo that says ATM. He thinks it says Alex the man. Yeah, no. He was very upset when I explained to him what ATM really was. And he was like, are you kidding? This is a way to advertise that. How's that doing for your dating scene? He was like, not good. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. And gay guys love me. I'm like, I'm sure. For those who don't know, ATM is ass to mouth. That's what it means. And he had it tattooed. He had it tattooed in a very visible spot. Oh my goodness. I can't. And he's this huge. I changed his name, by the way, so that he would get mad at me. His name is not Alex, but it does start with an A. And it was ATM. And it's when he was like, look at this, because every girl uses me for money and blah, 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 blah. And we were at a union meeting when he showed us, and I was like, bro, you did not tattoo that. When I told him his face, he thought I was fucking with him. And the guys that were there, they were all janitors and stuff, engineers. They were rolling. They could not stop laughing. And he was like, oh my God, that's real. I was like, you got the phone? Look it up. And he put in, what does ATM mean? And it says Urban Dictionary. Oh my God. I said, and I hate to tell you, but most straight men would not get a tattoo of that. And he was just like, oh my God, I can't believe, oh my God, I got to get covered up. He never did, because he said the pain of where he got it, like the skin was super tender. And he said that it hurt like more than any of his other tattoos. He's like, I'm not getting that covered. Because it wasn't small either. It was this huge block letter. Oh my God. Alex the man knew. I do not think that word means what you think it means. Oh, Christ. You know, sometimes I think I get so low, and I felt the low coming today. And just, it's shit like that that makes me. Things I don't think about a whole lot, but then when I do, I'm like, oh my God, that really happened. Oh my God. Oh my God. People think that the stories I tell are made up. Not fucking one of them is made up. Not one. I was crossing the street with my son right after a big, like snowstorm, whatever. We were crossing the street. He was little. And everything was icy and it was still snowing. And we're trying to get home from school because they let us go early. And we were by this Dunkin' Donuts and we're crossing the main thoroughfare in town. And it's, it's double lane and it's double parking. And so it's like 4 to 6 lanes long, like wide, and going in 2 directions. So we're at the stoplight and we're waiting for our turn to cross. There's a dude next to me. He's got coffee in his hand. I got coffee in my hand. I got my son in my other hand. And I'm walking and I slipped and I went down and I hit my knees. And the guy next to me just said, that's where every woman belongs. And without even skipping a beat, I said, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do with me if you had me. And he was just like, and he crossed the street like all offended and whatever, and calling me a bitch and whatever. And this little old lady behind me was like, you tell him, girlie. She's like, how rude was he? And I got up and I'm trying to walk my son stock still. He goes, what did he just say to you? I said, don't worry, he was just being a jerk. He said, I don't know what it meant, but I know that tone. And I didn't appreciate it. I was like, well, you're little, so he's not afraid of you. He was like, yet. That's always my son. He does not have a timeline on revenge at all. At all. He's like, oh, don't worry. I'll get them. Might not be today. Might not be next week. But someday I'll run into them. And I'll get them. And I'm like, oh. Because you're not a little terrifying. Not at all. Because he means it. You could see it in his face. He is dead set. And he doesn't forget a slight. He remembered that years and years ago, my uncle made me cry on Mother's Day. Because my daughter fell and, she was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. And I said, no, don't be embarrassed. And he spoke over me and said, you're not embarrassing. Your mother's embarrassing. I was like, how the fuck did I get in this? And I didn't say nothing because when my uncle talks, I just shut right the fuck up. Because anything I say will be held against me and twisted and turned until I'm just nothing. So I just stay shut usually. And I must have made a face and he saw it in the rearview mirror. And he's like, that's right. You're embarrassing. And he just went on this huge diatribe about how, I was just a whore, that I went and had these kids and blah, 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 blah. And he's saying this in front of my kids. And I just had tears. I couldn't even breathe. Just tears rolling down my face. And we pulled in front of my house. I got my son. I got my daughter. She got in the wheelchair. I'm pushing her. Connor's just very quiet next to me, which if you know my son, he doesn't do quiet. He talks more than I do. He talks to me out here and I'm like, are you done anytime soon? I literally have shit to do. I'm aging here. Can we go? And he didn't say anything. And we came upstairs and I even said goodbye to my uncle and he was like, whatever. And, I was like, yeah. And we're going inside. I was like, yeah, happy fucking Mother's Day to me too. And I came upstairs and nobody talked about it. So I just let it go. I didn't bring it up with the kids. I figured if they're not going to bring it up, then maybe it went over their head a little bit. Because sometimes it does. Full stomach. It's a lot of, family in one day. You could get overwhelmed. You forget stuff. I was like, maybe they'll just forget it. Years later, we go to my aunt's house after school, me and Connor, my son, whoever don't know that Connor is my son. He was about, I'd say 10 or 11, maybe 10 or 11. But he was always such a short little thing. Now he's Jugunda. He's huge. But he was like this tiny, short, skinny thing. And we went there and we were talking to my aunt, whatever. My uncle came over to pick something up. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, hi, Unc, how are you? And his niece, because God forbid he calls me by my name. It's always Bishadil or niece or whatever. And he was like, hey, Connor, what's up? Come on, give me a hug. Connor goes, no. I was like, oh my God, I need to jump in here and placate and please. And oh my God, this has to not, like, I have to turn this around or he's going to fucking explode. Not my son, my uncle. And it was like, oh no, ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire. So I jumped and I was like, Connor, come here. I was like, come hug your uncle. Come here. And he was like, no, I don't want to hug him. I don't like him. I said, Connor, get your ass over here. And my uncle goes, no. He goes, it's fair. If he doesn't want to hug me, he shouldn't have to. And I'm looking at this man like, who the hell are you? And where were you my whole life? Are you just like this with boys? Like, are you only forgiving with boys and you just hate all women? Because it seems that way. And this is all going on in my mind. And I'm just looking at him like, are you fucking nuts? But I didn't say nothing. I was like, I said, I don't think it's right, but if you say so. And Connor was like, he goes, whether you think it's right or not, I'm not hugging him. I was like, all right, it's time for us to go. Cause like you're rude and I'm embarrassed and I just want to go. And so we walk outside and Connor's like, I don't know what you're embarrassed for. It's like, he didn't ask you to hug him, did he? I said, no, of course he didn't. He asked you. He goes, no, you don't get it. He didn't ask you to hug him, did he? No, but what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? He was like, he didn't give a crap about you. He was like, I remember how he treated you. And it totally didn't dawn on me that he was thinking of this one thing. And he was like, I remember. I was like, you remember what? He said, I remember it was Mother's Day and he called you an embarrassment, said you were a horrible mother. He called you a whole bunch of names and he made you cry. He said, I'm not going to talk to somebody who's going to make you cry. He said, wait till I get older and I'm bigger than him because I got a couple things I want to say. And I was just like, oh, fuck my life. And he'll say them. He don't give a shit, my son. He has less fucks to give than I do. And I don't have many. But he was mad and he remembered. He remembered. And that festered inside of him until he could like reject my uncle the way he felt my uncle rejected me. And embarrass my uncle the way he felt my uncle embarrassed me. So now he wants to wait so he can hurt my uncle the way he thinks he hurt me. I'm kind of hoping that once we move, that feeling will go away. But I'm not entirely certain that I could convince him to just leave my uncle alone because he's very, oh no, this is going to happen. Like, okay. You know, like I had an ex show up here and we got into an argument in my doorstep and all of a sudden he was the dude was like, I'm coming in and we'll discuss this inside, Michelle. And you hear, I don't think so. And the dude's face just dropped. Connor, you got so big. He was like, yeah, I did. You didn't. Why is my mother crying? Like that's his only question. Like when I get upset here, he will come out and go, who's making you cry? Nobody. Don't make me take your computer. Who is making you upset? And I'll tell him the story and he's like, okay. There's nothing I could do about that right now. And he's like, he has plans for the future. And I'm like, dude, maybe the Italian is a little too thick in you. Like, it's just maybe dial that bitch back a little bit. But I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, my son, he can hold a grudge. He is so extra when it comes to that. I'm so not. I used to be Little Miss likes to fight. I really don't want to fight. I don't. Fighting just stresses me out and it makes my joints swell up. And that's just pain I don't need. I don't wish ill on anybody. I really don't. Even the assholes of this world who wish so much ill on me. It's fine. Wish whatever you want. Wish upon a star. Wish upon your crotch. I don't really give a fuck. Just leave me alone. That's the thing. I don't ask for anybody to do me any favors except keep my name out of your mouth and leave me alone. That's all. And I've done that my whole life. Just stop your bullshit. My ex-boyfriend Billy liked to go around and call me a psycho and whatever. And I'm like, I'm a psycho stalker. I'm sorry. Who shows up outside my job at 11 o'clock at night, waiting for the off chance that I'm going to come out to have a cigarette or leave or whatever so that they can have a conversation? You're pathetic. Pathetic. And you're projecting. Stop. I'm going back in chat because I missed a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so Outpost went to work. Good luck today. Amelia said, I dig it here. That's why I keep coming back. You've got a good thing going. Thank you, honey. I love that. And I want you to know you're always welcome. I love having such an awesome chat. You guys, I can talk to you. You talk back, which is amazing. Because like Lass will be the first person to tell me, she's like, you're putting negativity out there. You need to stop. Like, you need to stop. Mimsy, hi, honey. How are you? I've missed you too. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're on the mend. You're going to have to shoot me an email or something in Discord and let me know how it's going. But, you know, you're in my prayers. You're right there up there with Rabbit. And God, the list is so long now. Ugh. I think everybody needs just a little bit more help than usual lately. It's hard. Life is hard. Raleigh. Well, I think you're awesome, Shelly. Also, you have a really nice accent. Because we don't get your accent where I live. You're the second person this week to say that exact thing. Oh, I think you'll be happy down here because, you know, your accent, they're going to love your accent because we don't have people like you down here. I'm like, oh, I'll be the anomaly. Oh my goodness. She's in New York or New Jersey. She's polite though. Oh my goodness. She smiles. I didn't know New Yorkers did that. That's because I'm from New Jersey. Like, see, but here I smile at everybody that I see. And they all look at me like I'm nuts. Like I'm about to rob them. And it's just like, I'm like, good morning. And they're just like, I'm like, fuck you too then. Like, is that better? Is that better? Because, I mean, you could have that one too. It's either, you know, have a great day or go fuck yourself. Like either one. I'm good with either one. Which one do you want? It's just, ugh. I love when people smile at me. I get all like, oh my God, hi. It's like, my son laughs. He's like, why when we go to the store, do the guys get so happy to see you? I'm like, because I don't treat them like they're store clerks. I treat them like they're people and I talk to them and you're right. You're doing good. I like the changes you made in the store. It's really nice. And, you know, and there's thank you. Because a lot of them just want to be appreciated for the little shits that they do. You know, they go home, they do all these big gestures, they get nothing for it. Come to work, little gestures, nothing for it. Somebody walks in and goes, hey, you know what? This was a good idea. I really like it. And you just pump that person up for days. And when you do that, they're going to have more ideas. You know, positivity breeds creativity. When you're confident, you risk things. You take the risk that you need to succeed. When you're not doing that, you're only half-assing it. And I don't believe in half-assing anything. Big as my ass is, it's a whole ass. And guess what? That's why I get shit done. I don't leave anything up to chance usually. I have to know the details. It has to be fleshed out in my head completely, or I'm just not going to settle. I can't settle. And you don't want an unsettled Shelly because she crazy. You think it wasn't? So the accent, that's so funny. It is. Hello. I walk in here and you call me a Peter? Fine. That wasn't for you. How you doing, Edis? Always good to see you. You're always welcome. Raleigh said, I did not know that. Yeah, well, we like to share around here. Cool gamer, what's up? What's up? Amelia said, you read my card months ago and I was blown away. I don't know how I got to your channel originally, but your insightful therapeutic morning streams have become a nice addition to my day when I catch them. Aw, that's such a sweet thing to say. Aw. Thank you very much for that. Wow. Thank you. Raleigh said that's bad. It's tattoo. I haven't got any. The worst is when you get your boyfriend's or your girlfriend's name and they finish with you and you're stuck with your ex's name. My ex had a heart put on my left shoulder blade. I picked out this teeny tiny heart for my first tattoo. It was like half the size of my fucking pinky nail. And I'm there an hour and a half in the chair, like, why is this taking so long? I've already fallen asleep 3 times. The guys yelled at me 3 times. I was like, how long does it take you to do a teeny tiny heart? And he instantly, everything stopped. Everything in the room stopped because there was like 2 other tattoo artists going at the same time. Everything just went, and I was like, what did I say? Did I go deaf? What happened? He said, did you say little? Bro, like, don't fuck with me. Yes, little. I picked out this teeny tiny. Hold on. He was like, oh, God, I need you to get up to come to the mirror. I was like, why? Because it's too late now. I was like, too late for what? Like, and that's how my voice went. It went high pitched, like only dogs could hear that shit. And he took me over and gave me a hand mirror so I could look at my back. And I was like, and I got real close and I was like, that is so not what I picked out. And he was like, that's not what you, and he's throwing a fit. And my boyfriend walks in and goes, oh no, yeah, no, me and Ange decided that was too little. So we picked this one. You picked out my permanent tattoo without asking me. Yeah, well, you picked a wimpy one. It was a little pussy tattoo. You're tougher than that. It wasn't about being tough. It was about I wanted a teeny tiny tattoo to just give me something to look back on in our relationship that was good. And now I'm going to look back and realize that you, instead of like letting me get this teeny tiny tattoo that I wanted, changed my body the way you fucking wanted it. And I was pissed. And it was just like, are you kidding me? So he picked out this big heart. When I say big, it's compared to what I had, but it's still like the tattoo is the size of the palm of my hand. That is not what I agreed to. And he was like, well, what do you care? I'm paying for it. Nobody told you to pay for it. I would have paid for my own goddamn tattoo. Like, what the fuck? I didn't ask you to. Just because you're paying for it doesn't mean you get to like just make decisions willy-nilly. And we had this fight for days. This went on. And my girl was like, I don't understand what you're so upset about. What are you two fighting about? And I couldn't tell her because God forbid. And finally he was just like, she doesn't like the fucking tattoo I got. And he was like, she goes, oh, you got a new tattoo? He was like, oh, well, yeah. Because he showed the beautiful tattoo, the tribal with the cross and everything that I picked out because he asked me to. And he was like, I can't pick what I want. He was like, this is what I want. Find it for me. Okay. And I put like 2 tattoos together and I rearranged them and whatever. And I showed the guy, and the guy was like, I could do that easy. And he did it on his forearm and it came out beautiful. And I was like, that's not the tattoo he's talking about. And she was like, who got a tattoo? Me. You got a tattoo. Mm-hmm. Why are you arguing? Where were you? And she's looking at him going, where the hell were you when she was getting this tattoo? I said, oh, I got something very small and very delicate looking and very, easily covered up. And I got it on my back. She was like, well, at least you did one thing smart. I said, but he picked out something big and that I didn't want and didn't ask my permission, didn't even ask my opinion, and just had the guy just do it. And she was like, let me see it. And she said, well, it's nice. This is not the point. I don't care if it's the most gorgeous fucking thing in the world. I don't care if, like an artist, if Picasso walked in and did it himself. I don't care. He completely disrespected me and my body for my life. Like I would have to, the torture you got to go through to freaking get one of those things removed. And I don't have time or money to go around, recovering all these fucking tattoos. So it's like, why would you do that to me? Why would you permanently put something on my body I don't want? Like God did that enough. Now I'm in control, but now you took over and did it. I was really upset about it. And the thing is, had he shown me, he could have easily convinced me that it was a good idea to get that tattoo because it was a pretty tattoo. I liked it. But he didn't give me that option. And I was sick of it at that point. I was sick of being controlled and I wasn't allowed to have friends and I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't even leave my job until he pulled up because I went out once and my other ex was crossing in front of my building. And I'm sure he timed it that way on purpose because he wasn't surprised at all to see me. He was like basically like standing there, slowing down, waiting for me. And I was just like, oh, dear God. I was like, hi, yeah, no, can't talk, gotta go. And he was just like, oh, no, I said stay here. I was like, no, I gotta go. And I got in the car and just the fury on my boyfriend's face. And I was like, that was not my fault. I told you never to speak to him again. I'm not going to leave somebody in the middle of the sidewalk standing in front of me when he's like, hi. I'm not going to be like, oh, no, I hear wind. No. Like, you just don't treat people like that, even shitty people. And we just got into it. But yeah, that's all he did was he just started to control me more and more and more and more. And then everything I did, I was wrong. Everything I did. If I served him his dinner, I served it wrong. Why didn't you give me enough? Why'd you give me so much? Are you trying to starve me? Are you trying to make me fat? Are you trying to poison me? I don't like this iced tea. I like the other iced tea. Why'd you buy this one? Just constant, just peck, to the point where you just want to be like, oh my God, I don't want to be here anymore. I just don't. I didn't want to be in the relationship. I didn't want to be on the planet. I didn't want to be anymore because I had been pecked apart so badly, there was nothing left. And I swore when he broke my heart, I would never do that shit again. Nope. I was like, I will never give anybody the ability to hurt me like that again. Never say never. But it took something extraordinary. It took a lot extra. And even that, I just... But yeah, no, Raleigh, I would rather be stuck with like an ex's name. This way you just color in that sucker and you're done. But with this Jigunda fucking thing, I don't know what, it's a heart with a biohazard around it. So what are you saying? Love is toxic? Love is dangerous? Love is what? Because his love sure as fuck was. I mean, it was toxic as hell. And then to think that he thought he could come around like decades later and be like, oh, hey, baby. I'm sorry. What? Oh, yeah, my other ex, she's been coming around. She wants me back, too. I was like, what's this, too, Kimasabi? He was like, well, we ran into one another. That don't mean shit. But I hate to tell you. Just because I'm being nice doesn't mean that I've gotten over shit. Like, I'm still mad. But the more I let you, make me mad, the more I think about you. I don't want to think about you. You're a piece of crap. Thanks a lot, Shell. You're welcome. The fuck? Still got your tattoo? Yes, I still have my tattoo, you piece of shit. Like, so aggravating. I need a Zen moment. Jesus Christ. Hey, nerd. Hopefully you're over your bug hunt. Yeah, well, he country. You'd think he would knock that shit out faster, but meh. That's funny, Shelly. Oh, I love donuts. I do love donuts. I haven't had one in the longest time. I don't like the fancy donuts. I don't like overly sweet donuts. I'm actually just Boston cream, jelly, cream filled, or well, I can't have cream filled since I saw Van Wilder. I just can't do it. So like Boston creams are I can't. It's just, bleh. No. I no lobster rolls, none of that. I can't even have a cannoli and enjoy it. But where was I going with that? Damn it. Were we not talking about? Maybe I squirreled. I don't know. I thought we were talking about pastries. What the hell was it? Oh, donuts. No, like my favorite, honestly, is just a plain glazed donut. It's perfect. It's light, it's fluffy, it's sticky, it's sweet, it's great. But even that, if I eat a whole glazed donut, and I don't know what is wrong with my stomach the last like 5-10 years, I'll have 2 or 3 bites of donut. I'm like, I'm done. Because the first bite is really great. The second bite is nice. The third bite, I can taste the oil. And like the sugars hit my stomach and it's automatically making me sick. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand. Sugar and oil and me are not friends. Salutations in your MERS. Oh, you missed me crying like 3 times already, but I'm sure it'll happen again. So don't worry about it. Is it early in the US? Like 9 or 8? Right now it's 9:16 a.m. on the East Coast. So Raleigh said he's in the UK. If you didn't know, I knew. I've spoken to you with that accent. I'm pretty sure that was the only place I would have guessed you were. And yeah, had a dream that Shelly and Winning were AI sent to help me and other people fix their life. I shouldn't have read all those articles on AI yesterday. After Knox Hill's new song, the internet dropped. Oh, shit. That would be hilarious. You know why? Because you never see our faces. You don't. You never see our faces. So it's just like, oh, maybe they're AI. But you know what? I am going to take a break for like 2 seconds. And I am going to make sure you know who I am. So from the creative mind of your friendly neighborhood idea, Winning Reality, here we go.
Jersey girl, I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. 4 a.m. at a diner, stop singing, living on a
And doggone it, people like me.
I'm thinking maybe you're a Jersey girl with all those highlights in your hair. No other girl can move like you. We pump our fist and ride, it's true. And I don't care what they might say, they'll never get us anyway. So be my Jersey girl, and take a little ride with me tonight. And let's get dirty, girl. I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. The way you turn it up, turn me on, and then you take it off. Make it hot, make it loud. We'll wake the whole town. Jersey girl, I know that you're a Jersey girl inside.
Yeah, listen up. Let me tell you about a girl from Jersey. She was looking so fine with her hips so curvy. I wanna over down and Seaside Heights and a boardwalk fight at the end of the night. Hey, hold up, got a situation, got a condensation from the girl's gyration. She's hot like the girl next door with a tig gold bitties that I can't ignore.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
I'd be a boss, you'd be my muse.
Unbelievable. Fucking Winning. Mimsy, you're a new member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the crew. Goodness gracious. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that was made by Winning for me. It took a while to make it, but it was so worth the wait. It's amazing. Geez, Enya, AI, that's a weird dream. Oh, ATM, when I said I didn't know that. Yep, that's what that means. That's what that means. I really want a card reading. One of these days, I won't be busy all day. Well, you know where I'm at on Discord. Just hit me up. It's fine. I have no problem doing a reading for you. 357, I'm just lurking. As long as you're lurking and not jerking the gherkin, you're fine. You're allowed to lurk. Hey, Sig. Raleigh, you missed my comment. No offense. I think you're awesome. No, I read it. I hadn't gotten there yet. I'm way behind. I'm 12 minutes behind in the comments. I think you're awesome. You have a really nice accent. Also, I like your chilled out streams. Keep up your good work. Just wanted to tell you that. Don't listen to the Muppets. I'd rather listen to Muppets. They're great. I love the Muppets. Oh my goodness. Especially, oh God, what are the old men's names? I know them too. Statler and what's the other one? Waldorf and Statler. I think they're hilarious. Oh my God. Hilarious. They're like my inner, like, older person voice. That with a little Walter from Jeff Dunham thrown in. See, now, Walter, we would get along. 357, Shelly making me laugh now. Thank you. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know you all love that intro. Especially because it's got this, Stuart Smalley thing in it. Good. Hey, Lady Autumn, it's going. I broke down the first day, but started again today. Nobody's died yet. Oh, with the quitting. Ooh. Ooh, how's the no smoking going? Oh, well, we wish you luck. You started quitting again. And I started again. And I meant every word. That's a Barry Manilow song. I know all of them. My mother was a huge Barry Manilow fan. I know all his songs. My favorite was always the Linda song because he never wrote a Linda song. My mother's middle name is Linda. And I used to sing it just to aggravate her. We have storms in the UK today. Lots of rain and 50-mile-per-hour winds. Bins flying everywhere. Just bins and coppers, just all over the place. Lady, it's okay to have an emergency I was going to say stogie. Stogie, yeah. I mean, that's what my mother always called them. Even if you smoke, focus on how far you've come. Even breaking down to having one, you're still doing better than smoking the amount you used to. That's a very good way to look at it. 357, never got a tattoo for an ex. I didn't get a tattoo for an ex. I got it with the ex. We were together at the time. It was my birthday present. That's why I was like, I'll fucking pay for the damn thing. Like, what the hell? But it was still going to be on my body. Like, whatever. So, of course, he was going to pay for it because he knew the friggin' one that did the tally and did the writing up. So she wrote it up for like a quarter of what it costs. Like, whatever. And he said, well, I would have to go around singing the Blustery Days song from Winnie the Pooh if I were there. That'd be cute. I'd like to see you do that. 357, only family names on my body. Even them. Nope. I don't like putting names on my body at all. What's the point? I like symbolism. First of all, I'm terrible with names. Terrible. I have gone through all my children. I've been like, oh my God. I've like called them my brothers and sisters. It's like, you. Not Jose. No, wait. Which one are you? Connor. And he's like, oh, you finally hit on the right one. Listen, okay. Like, when you're a teacher, you're just calling out names all day long. And then they're like, you remember like the parent's name? No, why would I remember the parent's name? You're lucky I remember the kid's name. It takes me to like day 3. I know teachers that see a kid and know who they are like 20 years down the line. I don't. I just don't. Once my year's up, I usually just put that in like, okay, file that away. There we go. And then I forget their names for like years. And thank you, Lady Autumn. My blood pressure is already a bit better. See, girl, I know. I feel you. Smile, breathe. Today's a good day. That's right, Enya. Just smile, breathe, and say today's a good day. And you said, my daughter did my favorite tat. Ooh, it isn't visible to anyone, but I know it's there. It's my daily reminder. Don't be don't be a tinsel twat. Let's go. Oh, Lord. Raleigh said, yeah, that sounds crap. Shelly controlling. Nope. I'd be, see ya. But the thing is, you don't really know you're in it when you're in it. It's not until you can see it from an outsider's point of view that you're just like, oh my God. Because you think you're just part of a couple. You think you're just, well, we're doing this for one another. But then it all comes down to you do for them and they don't do for you. And that's what he had come down to. It was all he expected to be treated like a king and treat me like the court jester. And it was not going to happen. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You treat me like a joke, I'll leave you like it's funny. And it will be funny to me because I get over shit quick. I get over people quick. That's one of the benefits of not falling for anybody. I could just move the fuck on and be like, meh, all right, whatever. That didn't work out. Never bothered me. I cried more during my marriage than I did during my divorce. My divorce, I was the happiest I think I'd ever been up till that point. He wasn't that happy, but then again, fuck him. I let him have a place to live for a whole year rent free, so he needs to shut up. Sounds nice, Raleigh. Many years ago when I went to Europe, I absolutely loved the weather in London. Not too much sun that to blind you or make you feel like you're in hell. Yeah. I always loved like seeing London and see like all that in movies and stuff because it's always like slightly overcast and there's little peaks of sun here and there. But for the main, it's like a lot of gray. And sometimes that's just my whole mood. Just everything is gray. Some guys are just too self-involved. Self-involved, please. You have donut left after the second bite. All right. I have a loud mouth, but it's not big. It's very small. Girl, you're going to cause me to go make some donuts. Go ahead. Make some donuts. Winning. Good morning. Well, good day. Hello. Winning. I can't. I can't today. I can't. She knows. Hi, everybody. 357 laughs. Winning. Hey, that's what AI would do. Yeah, she knows that we're AI. See, I told you that new look got a lot more attention than you thought it was going to have. And just see, now they're figuring you out. Mimsy, I'm just renewed. Oh, that's okay. Renewal is good. I love renews. Amelia, I love Jeff Dunham. I've gone to a show of his before. Okay, if anybody doesn't know who Jeff Dunham is, he's a ventriloquist. Now, I always had a problem with ventriloquists because I saw that movie Magic with the dummy that goes around killing people. And I was like 3 or 4 when I saw it, and it freaked me the fuck out. And I was like, nope, never go near a dummy. Nope. I just dated them. I didn't go near them. I dated them. And, it was like, all right. And then Jeff Dunham came out, and everybody in my school knew that I did not like ventriloquist dummies because this kid brought one to school and put it sticking out of his backpack. Like he had the arms sticking out of the backpack and the head, and he'd put the thing down. And I turned around to leave my class on their line so I could go to aftercare. And I let out the most blood curdling scream you've ever heard. Like pure fright. And Marty comes running in. He was like, what? I'm going, kill it with fire. And he was like, what? He looked and he goes, really? I was like, oh my God. He goes, no, my God, you're really scared. I was white as a sheet. I was just like, oh my God. He had to remove me. And he was like, because he kept trying to leave me to go get the book bag to take it out. And I was clinging to him. He was like, oh my God, you're climbing me. What is wrong? I was like, I'm so scared. I was terrified. I've never reacted like that to anything. And he thought it was so fucking funny. Ha 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 ha. Ha. It's not funny. It wasn't funny when I fucking kneed him in the goddamn balls by accident because I honestly climbed him. I didn't give a fuck. It's like, get me away from it. But it was just, ugh. Which Shelly did we get this morning? I don't know. It's a roll of dice, Full Star. You've been with somebody a very long time. You should know. It depends how the morning hits. I woke up at 4. So I have been several versions of myself since then. But no, Jeff Dunham is amazing. He's got Walter, the old man who is just every single one of us, that he is the quiet part out loud. Like he's just, ugh. He's like, yeah, he was like, what did Jeff say? He said something about, oh, we know you love your wife. And he was like, yeah, I love her. He's like, yeah, except that bitch got up, jumped on the PMS train and ran my ass the fuck over. And I was like, oh, damn. He's just funny. And then there's a bunch of them. My favorites are Ahmed, the undead terrorist. He's just a skeleton with a turban. And he was a not successful suicide bomber because it went off when he was just practicing. And so you see like his eyes, and he's got no tendons, no nothing, just bone. And his thing is always falling apart, and he gets very upset. And Jeff gets very like, oh my God, somebody help me fix this damn thing. And it's the funniest thing you've ever seen. And like, if you laugh at it, Ahmed goes, silence, I kill you. Like, and when he says I kill you, I go hysterical every time, every fucking time. But my favorite is the one that I identify with the most. And that would be Peanut. Because Peanut is funny and don't give a fuck and loves to annoy the shit out of you on a very personal level. Not be annoying, like to be like whiny. No, like gets right up in your face, like, like, like just very. And that's me. I will do anything to make you laugh. I don't really care. I don't care how stupid I look. I don't care how goofy. As long as you're laughing, I'm happy. And I identify with him so much because he's aggravating. He tells Jeff, he calls him Jeff Fafa because he's got 2 F's. So you have to pronounce them both. And he's like, Jeff Fafa, Dunham.com. And he's just like, he's funny. And Jeff gets mad, at himself because he's talking to his little puppet. And he'll be, you stop it. And then Peanut will just open his mouth and devour Jeff's whole face. And that's so me. That is so me. If you stare at me and you're looking at me like this hard look, and I just think I'm being funny, and I don't really care how mean you look at that point, I will literally grab you and just lick your whole face. I don't care. It's just what I'm going to do. Or I'll just bite your nose or something. But I'm a very physical person. I can't help it. Let's see. Where we going? And you said daughter showed up. BBL? Be back later. Have fun with your child. Have a good day and try to stay away from the cigs. And if you can't, don't beat yourself up about it. Raleigh, hey, sorry, lady. Yeah, London's nice. Nice, lots to see. Big Ben, the London Eye, London Bridge, and I can't think anything else. I used to think that for Hoboken because we spent our entire childhoods trying to get the hell out of this town. I go to college. They're like, let's go to Hoboken for the weekend. Why? Why would you want to go to Hoboken? There's nothing to do there. How do you know? I live there. Like, I literally cannot wait to get out of that goddamn town to do shit. We didn't even have a movie theater anymore at that point. It was like ridiculous. Mimsy said, being one of 7, my mom used to go through the name list too. Yep. You're like, you. I know you. God damn it. I gave birth to you. Who are you? And you enjoy your time with it. Jeff Dunham was on America Got Talent, I think. Am I right? I think he was like years ago when it first started, but he really took off in the last, like, I'd say 5 to 10 years, like really took off. But I could watch his shows back to back and they're just hilarious. I'll watch him for hours. Nothing puts me in a better mood than him, except Kevin Hart. I don't know. I got a thing for little short looking puppet people. Kevin Hart I identify with because he's actually, I think, shorter than me. And the fact of the matter is he wears sneakers that have like 2-inch soles or 3-inch soles. He's like platform sneakers. These are good. These are Skechers. No, those are step uppers. Don't even start. That's so you could reach the middle shelf. Shut up. He's so tiny. I love when he sits on a chair and he swings his legs. I'm like, dude, you're my people. You're my people. Puppets are kind of freaky, but Jeff Dunham makes them hilarious. He absolutely does. Hello. What's your name? Jose. Jose Jalapeno. Jose Jalapeno on a steak. It's just, you can't. I'm going to have no voice tomorrow. I can feel it. You lucky, lucky people. Jeffafa. Dunham.com. Yeah, he's adorable. Fucking love that puppet. I'm not that big of a fan of the hillbilly one. I don't know. I just, it's not a caricature I like. I like Jose Jalapeno. I like Walter. I love Ahmed. I love Peanut. I like Mini Jeff. Mini Jeff is funny. They call him Ugly Jeff. Bring out Ugly Jeff. He looks just like the big ugly one. But he abuses himself so much with these damn puppets. And I love when the puppets speak a different language and they say it to him and he's like, I don't speak Spanish. He turns the puppet to look at him like, what? Like, you're talking to yourself, dude. Like, I am you. It's just so funny. I don't do it justice at all. Amelia Sparkle's puppets are kind of, yeah, okay, I read that one. Yeah. I love Jeff Dunham. Amber L. Hello, lovey. Ready to be extra. Oh, you are so extra. You are one of the most extra people I know, and I love it. I'm here for it all the time. Silence. I kill you. Yes, I love Ahmed. He's so funny. When he met his son, he got the half a kid and like half a skeleton, and he's just like la la la. He's like, why do you have a British accent? Well, see, father. Hello, father. It's like, oh my goodness. I love the grumpy old guy. Walter. Walter's amazing. I love Walter. Noted, stay outside of arm's reach of Shelly. Maybe. Jose Jalapeno on a steak. I love when they do something like they put on a skit and he can throw his voice into the damn trunk with the rest of the puppets. And you hear Walter, but you hear him muffled in the thing. I'm like, dude, that's talent. Because how do you do that? God, he fascinates me. But I mean, it's just, oh my God, it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Yeah, like when they put Jose Jalapeno and Peanut together, it's very much like, you know, oh, how was your day? It was good. No, it wasn't. Shut up. But no, how was your good? How was your day? No, it was good. No, it wasn't. Shut up. And it's just like the constant fighting back and forth. It's hilarious. And they're like, oh yeah, no, he took me to a spa and then he took away my steak. Like, it's just like whatever. Thank you, Amber L. Good job. I could not think of it for the life of me. Amber L., I totally pegged Shelly as a peanut. That is not a statement I wanted to read out loud. Thank you so much. Like, words matter, Amber. But she totally guessed that Shelly was peanut. There will be no pegging. None. Jacob, unpopular hot take. I don't really find Hart funny. I find him funny because I'm at his level, and short people have a different kind of sense of humor than everybody else. Yeah, his stand-up kills me because I mean that's what I grew up with. Like that's what I'm surrounded by, that kind of attitude, and you can't not laugh at it. Like Amber said, she said, I love Kevin Hart, especially his stand-up. You're going to learn today. Like, like that's something that we say at school. We're like, oh, you're going to learn today. Let me tell you, you're going to learn it. Absolutely. He's so damn talented. Jeff Dunham is just, I could never keep that much straight in my head. I really couldn't. He's just, wow. I mean, he's had conversations where he switched between 5 characters, 3 languages, 5 accents, and himself all at the same time. It's rapid fire. Boom, 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 boom. I can barely say a tongue twister. See, I can't even say that. Tongue twister. Is that what they're called? Tongue twister. Yeah. I can barely say a tongue twister. And he's having 6 conversations in different languages and accents by himself. Okay. You obviously are at a level that I have not gotten to at this point. I probably won't. I thought you took him to the spa. I did. He put me in the deep fryer. Shut up. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I got to watch him in a little while because I need a good laugh today. I am not going to make this a 4-hour stream. If I make it to 2 hours, it'll be a lot. My voice is killing me. I can't. Like, it's just, there's so much. So much. Anyway, so back to the list. When you're extra. So like I said, I'm a lot. I freely admit that I'm a lot. I do. If somebody meets me and they're like, so you're really easygoing, I'm like, no, I'm really not. Oh. What you see is what you get, but that doesn't mean that's all that you get. Like, this is what you get. There's a lot going on behind the scenes in my head. I'm having 18 different conversations, doing a grocery list, making sure that I know where all the laundry scheduling is going to happen and what I have to talk to this kid about and talk to that kid about. Everything is going on in my head. So trust me, what you see is just surface level thought. If you ever saw inside my head, you'd be truly terrified because it makes the Matrix look easy. Oh my goodness. I love hearing you laugh first thing in the morning, Shelly. Thanks. I almost choked at that this morning on my coffee. So it makes your heart happy. Well, I'm glad. I'd love to make your heart happy. You make me happy. Your music makes me happy too. I like your new song. The cover that you did, it was very nice. It came out very nice. Well done. Jacob P's happy to be hanging with you guys. Mimsy, you are the shiznit. Oh, speaking of shiz, I did a video this morning that I released. It's a quick one. I think it's like a half an hour. And it's really just a setup for 2 YouTubers who will be doing a stream tonight at 6:30 Eastern. And that would be Shizzy Wiznut and Jessica Reloaded. They are doing a rewatch of the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. So, yes, Shiz. Well, you don't have to miss Shiz. You can watch his Amber trial thing tonight. It's at 6:30 Eastern. They're going to be discussing like the trial. And I don't know what parts they're looking at, but it's the very first. It's their pilot episode. So if it goes well, maybe they'll keep doing it. And if it doesn't, at least we get them for a couple hours. But I wanted to promo it because, she's like the narcissist poster child. And I put out a video with 5 ways to detect, if someone is a covert narcissist. And I explained a little bit. I gave my take for like 15 minutes. And then I talked about their stream coming up. And then I gave a little bit more of my opinion because I never run out. And I threw that out there. But I wanted you guys to make a note of it, that they're having a show tonight. They're going to be together doing the restream. And it should be a really good time. I'm going to hop in there tonight if I don't sleep through it because I'm tired. And I still have Gary's show to do, which is like, oh, okay. So I love Gary's show, but by the end of that, I'm like, I need a nap, and I never get to get one. It's just like, I never get a nap, which is fine because now I'm trying to sleep at night, which is difficult for me. Jacob said, going to be a good Friday for me. I get to work on the beach all day. Nice. That is nice. Amber, the first time my dad met one of my boyfriends, he said, it takes a special kind of man to love my daughter. So yeah, I get being a lot. Yeah, I'm very much a lot. Very, very much a lot. So here was my list. Like I was like, how do you tell somebody what what extra really means. So yeah, extra is extraordinary, but it puts pressure on people. So when I say, go be extra, I mean go be extraordinary, but they don't take it that way. They mean just go be more them. And to me, that is being extraordinary. So we're reaching the same destination, but we're taking two different meaning paths. And for me, I have good and bad extra. I'm a lot. I'm a lot. I'm a lot at once. There will be days where it's perfect. And then all of a sudden it's just all emotion all the time. And I just need to talk about everything, and I need answers, and I have a million questions, and I am not moving from the spot until I get my answers. And it's a lot. It's a lot for people to deal with. I have been told that I am, when it comes to being extra, I am too loud, too honest, too blunt, too opinionated, too stubborn, too sensitive, too tough. And I mean, this list goes on and on. I could list these shits all fucking day. And these aren't things that I think. These are things that have been told to me or said about me. And I get it. Maybe I'm too much for anybody. I don't happen to think so. But then again, I've been dealing with me my whole life. So I'm used to me. And I can't exactly get rid of me anyway. If I'm too much for me, then where do I go from there? I get very hurt when I hear stuff like this. Like when somebody says, "Oh, you're just way too loud." "Oh, your laugh is way too big." Or, "Oh, you're just way too opinionated. You're way too, sure of yourself. You're way too confident. You're way too strong. You're way too tough." And it's just way too much. That's what it is. It's way too much. And it gets to you. But I have to let it go. Sometimes it'll set me back badly. But eventually I pick myself up and I move on. Because these kind of things, they pass. Negative comments pass. And they only stay around in your head as long as you let them. Now, when it comes to the good stuff, I'm also I've been told I'm too loving. I'm too caring. I'm too forgiving. Too generous. And too concerned with others and not enough about myself. Those came at me as negatives, but I didn't receive them that way. I received them as, okay, I'm too many of these things. You're none of them. So why would you appreciate it in me when you don't even try to, evoke it in yourself? And that's what always gets me. The people that criticize me, usually what they're criticizing me for is what they lack. So if they're shy, they say I'm too loud. If they don't know how to connect with every single person they meet, they tell me I'm too friendly. Or if they can't hold a conversation with a stranger, they'll tell me, "Oh, you just love being the center of attention." What attention? What center? We're two people here. I'm having a conversation. That is not me being the center of attention. This is me being the center of attention. Like right now, I would love to call Rachel and be like, "You know what? You were right. I love being the center of attention. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass." Like, because when you talk to a store clerk, you're just talking to somebody. I didn't realize that having a conversation meant, "Oh my God, she needs attention." No, that's not. No. No. And you said back, "Amber, I told my son-in-law the buyer's remorse period is over and not extended warranty." Nope, you bought her, you keep her. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Jacobs, I'd rather have the 54 because they make me wear long sleeve FR shirt for work. Pretty much make me wear a horse blanket through the summer. Ew. That's terrible. Inya, that's perfect, Amber said. Oh yeah, hilarious. Son-in-laws are so much fun. My in-laws had tons and tons of fun with their daughters-in-law. Oh my goodness. And they tried so many times to trick me into shit. And it was like, are you kidding? Like, I can't. Oh, lady said, I've been getting phone calls because my mom's sister and my oldest daughter are off to the Texas State Fair. So I've been getting phone calls from all three complaining about each other. Let me tell you about your daughter. Let me tell you about your mother. Let me tell you about your sister. I've done that. But usually I'm on the receiving end, like you. I pick up the phone. I'm like, what? You wouldn't believe what they did. But I believe it. I don't care. I don't care. You all left. How come you, if you wanted me as to be a part of it, you should have just brought me with you. No, you gave me the day at home. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy the quiet. Mim said, good point, Shell. They criticize what they're lacking in. It is. But it's hard to remember in the moment because you're just so hurt by somebody thinking that, you know, you're this way or that way or whatever. Because you don't want to be deficient or, you know, like imperfect in front of people. You want to be the best you can be. And you think you're being that. And they still tell you, no, you're wrong. Or no, you talk wrong. Or you say things to me wrong. Or you're all about yourself. Or you're all about this. Or, you know, and it's all these interpretations of who you are. And they hurt. They hurt because you know they're not true. And it's like, wow, that's the way you're perceiving it. I don't mean for it to come out like that. Like, what can I do to change it? And I'm always trying to like improve. But at some point, you're going to get to the point where it's just me that you have the problem with. So if you have a problem with me, get the fuck out now. Don't waste my time. And that's anybody. Everybody throughout my life has wasted my time. You know, I'm good friends with people who understand that wasted time is like the worst thing, something that somebody could do to you. To waste your time is to just like, you're breaking my dreams, you're breaking my spirit. I can't do this. But they'll keep going and you keep trying and you keep hoping because you don't want to have wasted all that time. But what are you doing? You're just compounding it. That's all you're doing. You're not moving on and you're not happy. So I don't know. I don't like relationships that aren't honest. And I don't like things that are concealed. Like, just don't big lie to me. That's my big thing. Don't conceal shit from me. If you need a minute, take a minute. If I need a minute, I'm going to take a minute. And you're just going to have to, you know, live with that. Same way I'd have to live with it. But then talk to me. Don't talk at me. Talk to me. Explain things. If it's hard to talk about, that's the thing you should be talking about. See, that's the catch-22. Like, you're like, I should talk about this, but oh, it hurts so much. I can't do it. But okay, if you can't do it, if you think that it's just too much or it's too much of a hassle, that's the thing you need to get out. That's the thing you need to talk about until it's settled. Because if you're not willing to face it, you're avoiding it. It means you're afraid of it. You cover it up with saying, oh, I don't have time. No, you just, you know, you got to get that conversation out. Lady said, damn it. Wait. Amber, moments like this make me happy that I don't talk of any of my family to any of your family. Believe me, I know. It was the most freeing thing when my aunt passed away and they were like, oh, Michelle's going to come to the thing. And I was like, no, I'm not going. How could you not go to your aunt's funeral? That's so disrespectful after everything she did for you. First of all, I did plenty for her as well. So I don't want to hear your bullshit because I'm the one that was living here. Like, I'm in town. They call me. I searched this town looking for her dementia ass, you know, when she was just roaming around doing whatever. You know, okay, let me just go for a walk with no pants on. You would think somebody in this fucking town would notice a 90-plus-year-old woman walking around with no pants on. But apparently they didn't. Okay. Like, okay. I would have noticed, but whatever. Yeah, they were like, oh, you know, you're disrespectful. You're like basically telling me I was a piece of shit. And I was like, see, you all are the reason I'm not going. She's dead. She doesn't need me there. She lived a freaking, how could you say it? She was 90 some odd years old. She lived a full freaking life. I'm not going to mourn her death. She lived way longer than she should have, and she was miserable. Somebody who was always happy their whole life, and then they're just miserable. That's not fair to me. Like, it would have been a bigger mercy on God's part if he took her before it even started, before the dementia kicked in. I don't want to lose my mind. I probably will one day, but I don't want to lose my mind. My mind is more important to me even than my heart. Because without my mind, I couldn't figure out how I feel anyway. I couldn't sift through all the emotions because I don't get one emotion at a time. I get them all. I get them all. And it's a lot. I'm very extra. I told you that. Jacob Peets. Maybe it's because I have to deal with it every day for more than half of the year, but I'll take 70s over 90s any day of the week. Okay. My cousin is the Fry King. Okay. He has awards every year at the Texas State Fair. He invented fried butter, among other things. How do you have fried butter? Okay, I don't understand. I'm making a note because I'm looking that up. I've had fried Oreos. I've had fried Twinkies, which no. But fried butter. Let's see. And you said he's sweet though. My first talk with him about their relationship, he said that he was told, if you see how the girl's mom is, you'll know how the daughter will be. And he knew she was a keeper. Aw, keep her in a sanatorium. Keep her in a closet. Like, he knew she was a keeper. I love you, Inya, but you terrify me sometimes. I love it. I do. I love it. I embrace it fully. You be scary and I'll lean right in, bitch. Winning said, Waste of Time is also a great Iron Maiden song. Thank you for that. That little tidbit. See, little fun facts that we don't know. Inya Mers, he didn't have a very good childhood and is trying to break the cycle. Good, because now that you know that, you can keep an eye on him. It could go either way with somebody who's had a very, very bad childhood. Either they're going to be the complete opposite of what was inflicted on them. So they become this really, really good person, or they just embrace it and say it's hereditary. And this way they just continue it. I didn't have another choice. You had choices. Come on. You didn't live in a bubble. Mimsy, oh, of course, it hurts at the time. You're awesome the way you are, though. But I get it. Thank you. Jacob said that's cute, and best of luck to him in his endeavors. I hope him and your daughter have a fruitful and prosperous marriage. Yes, marriage is what brings us together to die. I know it's a horrible impression. I don't care. It's the only one I got. And your Mers, Lady Autumn, that's cool. I don't know if I could do fried butter, but fried Snickers sounds great. Ooh. Wonder if my son's awake. I need chocolate in the worst way. In the worst way. I literally started eating the semi-sweet chocolate chips out of the freezer yesterday because I wanted chocolate so bad. And I was just PMSing like a bitch. And I was just like, oh, come on. I was like, and all I wanted was chocolate and like a salt lick. Anybody else ever feel like there should just be like a salted caramel apple that has like chocolate inside mounted on a stick that you could just go and just every once in a while just go at it? That would be perfect during my period. That's like every craving. And then go and have a steak. I am going to make that when I get off here because I did buy myself a nice big piece of steak and my grill just came. It came last night. So yay. I got to go make myself a productive human being. Why? It's Friday. I'll catch you all another time. Have a great day. Have a good one, Amelia. I hope you have fun today and have a great weekend. Amber L, the Texas State Fair is when they have the Red River Shootout game at the Cotton Bowl Stadium. And of course, the first time I watched, Texas lost. Of course. Of course. Amber L said, winning. Hi. I have no voice. My voice is so shot. Winning. Winning. More winning. Thank you, Jacob. I hope they do too. Life can throw some crazy shit at you. Oh, yes, it can. Winning. Isn't that the truth in you? Okay. That's for sure in you, but I'm sure they can handle it and beat that nasty 50% statistic, just like I'm hoping to do. Okay. I don't know what that, if that, I don't speak sports. That's not my language. Winning said Mimsy. And you think you're scared? Well, I posted her in your Discord. Don't worry, I told her I was. She's leaving me a FaceTime message and being so weird. She does that crap almost every day. I don't know where she gets that stuff from. I'll look as soon as we get off of here. It shouldn't be much longer. Listen, in my shorts, there's things of my mother drunk. They're hysterical. There's one of my grandmother cutting my mother's nails. Oh my God, I laugh over it all the time because that was just how my house was. It was a lot cheerier before my grandmother passed away. But I mean, it was hilarious. Lady Autumn, when Oprah had her talk show, her and Gail went on a road trip. I remember that. And went to the state fair to my cousin's stand for fried butter, and boom, now it's everywhere. See, but did he get any residuals from that? Because you need to trademark that kind of shit. He's been on all the shows, frying stuff. He's been on all the shows frying stuff. That's awesome. Aw, he's the famous fryer. What did you call him? The fry daddy? No, what was it? I'll find it. The Fry King. There we go. My cousin is the Fry King. I got to write that down too, because now I'm curious. The Fry King. He's the Fry King and I'm the Cry Queen. Lord. Won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? So, so extra can mean anything to anybody, but to me, it always meant that they were extraordinary. But people tend to get nervous when you think they're extraordinary. It's a lot of pressure. They're like, oh, I could never live up to that. Why would you think that? I don't usually waste my time with people who are not talented in some way, who don't bring something to the world and leave it better than they found it. I've had people that come into my life like that, but they never last. The people that last are the ones with heart. They're the ones who, they might not know how to behave, but they try. That's all I ask, is that you try. Don't bottle things up. Don't pretend to be somebody you're not. Just be yourself. Yeah, nobody's going to come along and go, oh, I love how fake you are. I mean, if they do, great for you. But, I'm very big on authenticity. So if you're going to be real with me, you're always going to get the real me in return, and vice versa. Like if I give you the real me, I expect the real you in return. There's no discussion. That's not a negotiable fact. If I'm real, you're real. As long as I keep it honest, you keep it honest. And there's nothing you can't talk about. Nothing. Nothing should be off limits. I know people they get nervous when they answer questions and stuff. That's never bothered me, asking questions, answering them. I like it. I like feedback in any direction that it goes. So I'm going to pursue that no matter what. Yeah. My notes are like so weird. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap it up. Just going to give you a reminder that Sunday, we are moving to a new time just for that Sunday at 5:30 in the afternoon Eastern Standard or Eastern whatever time. Eastern. We're 5:30 Eastern on Winnings channel, which will probably get bumped to Rumble. So if you want to just join Rumble and go from there, that works too. But give the YouTube a like if you can. And this time we are tackling for Old School Watch Party Sunday, Big Pharma. And this is one that we've been like really like dying to get to. He's got quite a bit to show me. Because I don't know if you know, but I was on like 9 medications a day and I was loopy as all get out. And Winnie was the one that said, we're sitting down and looking at each one of these fuckers. And he made me pull up all sorts of stuff on each of them. He's like, yeah, no, don't need that. Yeah, no, don't need that. So I haven't been on any meds for weeks. There's nothing left in my system. And I feel really, really good. I'm very clear headed. I still have the brain fog, like in here, there, or whatever. And I'm still falling asleep, like out of nowhere. But I think that's just because I'm just exhausted. I can't rest my mind. I need 12 hours of sleep, continuous 12 hours of sleep. And I'm just hoping that I don't have to go back into the hospital to get it. Yeah, I won't miss more of the show. About to have a work meeting. Oh no, we're gonna shut this down now. I will be live again at 12 noon Eastern on the Gary Lamb Network. And today I believe we'll be talking about deadbeat dads, if I recall. I think so. I love hearing that, Shelly. That's so great. Thank you. I'm glad that, have a good one, Shelly, in chat. See you around. So we'll be moving it till 5:30 Sunday, tackling Big Pharma, and then football because the Eagles are playing. So of course he needs to be there for the Eagles game. I'm not cheering this time because last time I cheered, they lost, and it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to jinx them. I'm not going to watch them. I'll just leave them alone. Having said that, she's